Hi, this is Mislav the Slayer doing a live Blitz chess game commentary. Playing Mr. Squid, who's actually pretty high ranked, and we're playing against the bird defense here. I don't really have a standard thing I do against the bird defense, so I guess I kind of don't really know what I'm doing here. I'll just basically try to play decent moves. I might castle queenside here. He's got a lot of pressure on the queen side with his bishop, so I'm not sure if that's the best. But I can also play h5, h4, which just kind of seems like it'd be a nice way to attack his king side. I think I'll go ahead and play h5 and just see what he does before castling queen side, because I can still castle king side with this pawn out here. It's kind of weakening, but it's not that big a deal. Now, can I play f5, bishop to f5, e4 takes, that works fine. And g4 takes. So I actually can play bishop to f5. So I think I will go ahead and do that. e4. Now I can still go to g6. I wonder if I want to play knight to f6. e4 takes. Bishop to g6. g4, just ignore it. Takes. Then castle queenside. Then he has b4 right away. Takes. I'm gonna go ahead and play knight to f6. I think the knight, I'm a little worried because he's got a lot of pawn advances he could do against these two pieces, but I don't think it actually ends up doing anything. Here I'll just retreat the bishop back the full way so I can hang on to it. Here I'll trade off a set of pawns. And definitely I think I'll trade off a set of knights because, to be honest, my pieces were a little bit... I had like too many pieces over here. I didn't have enough space for them, so trading off a set of knights I think really kind of helps me out a bit. And now I have an option of playing bishop takes h4, doubling his pawns here. But I'm not sure if I really want to do that. The other thing I have to consider is my h5 pawn is under attack by his queen. You know, it's kind of funny, in this position I don't really have a move that I do want to make. I think I'm going to go ahead and just play a6. Because I just want to wait to see what he does. Now that he's played that move, now I can try to play just bishop takes h4 and then bishop to f5. Maybe I just want to play rook to d8 right now. But then he has queen to h5 and he can do that relatively calmly, I guess. I think really I just want to get this knight to a better square. Probably to the b5 square, actually. How can I do that? It's not that easy. Maybe just knight to b4, and then knight to d5. Or then rook to d8, then knight to d5. It looks kind of weird. But I think it might actually work out. I guess I can't go to the d5 square right away. Can I just sacrifice this pawn here? Queen takes. I think here I'll go rook to d8. Then I think he's going to play queen takes h5. Then I'll play knight to d5. I don't know, this is getting kind of weird. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm handling this very well. Because, I don't know, there's just a lot of problems here. I think he has knight to g6, like, right away. Okay, I'll definitely just go ahead and do that. I think I'm honestly going to play, castled here. And now my rooks are connected. I just sort of, I think I lost a pawn for not a whole lot. But I have decent, alright piece movement. I've got the bishop pair. He's got some weaknesses over here. So it's not too terrible. Like I have rook to d2 right now. And maybe if he plays rook to d1, I can play queen to d7. And then my bishop's going to be able to get in the game. I think f5 right here. Queen to, or bishop to f5. Can he? I don't think he can. I guess he can defend it with g6. Is his queen trapped now? I think she is trapped. No, not quite. That forces it back to g4. Well, now where's the knight gonna head to? g5? I wonder if I just want to take a draw. I think I'm actually going to take a draw. I'm down a pawn. Yeah, there you go. Okay. I kind of don't... I mean, that's kind of weird to do for a blitz game. But I think objectively, that was definitely the best. I'm down a pawn. Yeah. I think that's fine. It's like annoying to... I don't know, it's just annoying. For me, I think it is annoying to do that on a internet blitz game because the game's... I mean, winning or losing doesn't matter that much, so I think you kind of just want to play, like, somewhat recklessly, just to get a feel for how that goes. If it was, like, a long game, then it'd still be kind of annoying, because I probably would have spent, like, 2 hours getting to that position and then just draw. But, I mean, I'm down a pawn, and I don't really have much of anything for it. I think I do have a better position as far as piece-wise goes, because I have the bishop pair. He's got pawn weaknesses over here. His queen is not in not really a great spot because she has limited moves, and I think that's true even before he plays knight to f3, which kind of boxes it in. Like maybe queen to e2 here would be better. Queen to e2, and then maybe bishop takes h4, and then double pawns, and then it's opposite colored bishops. I think a draw is a pretty fair result. I guess I should explain what I'm talking about here. Sorry. Let me get to the edit mode here. Yeah. What I was talking about is queen to e2, then bishop takes, pawn takes, bishop to f5, and then like queen takes, and yeah. Now I'm not down a pawn anymore. Actually, now I'm down a pawn again. But basically, it's opposite colored bishops. There's just nothing's gonna happen here, you know. And so, yeah. Let's go here. Actually, I don't even know if I want to move. I'll just go back and forth with this thing. You know. Yeah. So this would just be a very easy draw. In this kind of position. Though white doesn't have to necessarily trade off rooks and stuff, but knight f3. I wonder if I have a better move. Hopefully I couldn't just trap the queen. The problem is I have g6, bishop to h4, bishop to f7 here. And that's pretty much there's no follow-up then. Except for this. Plus, if I do something just like random, like generic, like queen to d7, he has this move, which I guess isn't such a big deal because that's probably going to lead to a draw as well. Maybe I should have fought it out a little bit better. Does that work? I don't think that's going to work. There, I'm obviously attacking the b2 pawn, and now I have. How do I want to do this? I think I guess just go to here. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I want to defend definitely against this queen check here. No. Check. I don't know. Well, something went wrong there for white, so no, I know a lot of those moves weren't forced at all, though. Especially that. That probably isn't the best. Maybe I guess you could maybe just take that would be better. I don't know. Maybe I could have just trapped the queen though, like this. But then I think this worked. Um, yeah. I mean, I think this is still going to be a draw too, because there's opposite color bishops. So none, like none of this really matters. Now, if I can avoid the trade of queens, but I don't think I can. There's going to be a checkmate here, or at least something very close to it. I mean, here it just doesn't. This doesn't work. Um, well, maybe it just ends up being a draw, but and that's does that work? I don't think that's gonna work. Maybe it does work. No, it's not. That's not really. I don't think gonna pan out too well. So I would have to trade queens, right? This is gonna be a draw. I think. I mean, there could be something else here. Let's see. Maybe I don't even need to fool around with g6 at this moment, because that kind of does just weaken everything. And then where's white gonna go? There? I mean, for the moment I can ignore that. I wonder if can white play g4? I don't really think so, because now that the queen is trapped. So g4 is out of the question. And then knight to g5. I mean, that doesn't do anything. It's not a real threat, so I can ignore it. Oh no, there is this threat here. But maybe here, queen to g6, this. I'm not sure if... Hmm. Look at that. I'm not sure if I would want to do that, actually. Just go back. Oh. Oops. Can't do that. Yeah, maybe trying to maybe g6 was not a good move at all. Queen to d7 would have been much better. Hmm. And the reason why is because the queen is out of white's queen is sort of trapped out of play over here. The defense should hold pretty well. g4 is not possible because the queen gets trapped. I have complete control of the d file. Black's or white's queen side pawns are very weak, and it's difficult for him to defend them. My queen side pawns are not that weak, and the dark square bishop especially does a pretty decent job of defending around here. The light square bishop defends my weaknesses pretty well. So I got the bishop pair and the d file, and maybe that's enough. Now he doesn't have to play knight to g5 though. But what else would he do? Maybe like b3? c4 maybe? Maybe c4 would be alright. Because then it kind of forces me to the d3 square. Now maybe something like bishop to g5 or knight to g5. But the thing, maybe king to g2. The queen's just trapped over here, is the thing. And well, let's see. Knight to g2. Queen to I can even do bishop to e4. If white does that. I'm not sure why white would want to play king to g2. It's just kind of popped in my mind. I don't really. It's not a whole lot of point to it though. Maybe no, that's maybe knight to g5. Then bishop takes c5. Now g4. Oh, there's a check. The idea what I was trying to get with that is to get the knight or the bishop off of this line here, so that g4 will be possible. Because I think g4 might be an effective way for white to break through. I mean, maybe white just doesn't do anything though. Just maybe that's just better. He's gonna have that move to worry about though. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of a tough move to deal with. Maybe that does a pretty effective job. I wonder if, well, I have to go to here. Maybe queen to e2. But then this is going to be kind of rough for white, I think. But I guess that's the only move. G4. Maybe g4 could work, and then h4, h5. I mean, yeah. But now the attack is gone in a different, a different thing. Yeah, so maybe I really, I didn't do too well by playing the g6 move. I think that I could have done much better here playing queen to d7, I think, yeah, was the move. Because white just doesn't have a good move here. There's just not a good move for white to make. Let me see, c6. Just that, and then that. This. Maybe something like that. I don't think that's going to work, though, because of this. Oh, no, I can't do that, because the queen. So maybe that actually would work. Let's play a3, b3. I'm sure I can invade here, though. Oh, you know, there's another tactic here. Uh, and that's just rook takes because of this, and then the queen can take here. So that wouldn't work. H4 doesn't really do much. Does I mean, A4 doesn't really look promising. Because then I have this, and which is like queen F3, queen D2. Oh, no, no, sorry. I'll probably do this one. Just take. Can't take there. Um, maybe G4 would be better. The reason I'd wanted the queen to go to G4 is so she could push through H4, H5. Problem is, though, there's this bishop move here. Because the queen's protecting it. Even if you could also just do something more simple, like even like that. Um, so, yeah, so, I guess that would be, that. Alright, well, thanks for watching.